today? How's everybody doing? If you're new to my channel, my name is Tashamarietmr. How you doing, baby? Y'all had to get my little stuff straightened up. You know when you got on a coat and I have on a coat and a sweatshirt and I feel all bunched up. So I had to pull myself together. So what's going on, everybody? Is everybody okay today? I hope so. I hope everybody that's watching this video is doing as well as they can. You guys, we gonna talk real quick. We're gonna talk about some things, and I hope this conversation can help somebody. We're gonna talk about single mother, being a single mom. Okay, so my single dads, if you're watching, this may apply to you, it may not, but I definitely want to reach my single mothers. Okay, so you guys, yesterday I seen a live with Jazmin, and let me explain this before I go any further. I am not trying to pick on Jazmin, okay, but it's relatable to her, okay, and hopefully Jazmin sees this video and it helps her, okay. Yesterday I saw a live with Jazmin, and she was discussing some issues she's having. I think it's financial issues. I believe she's having financial issues. She wasn't really clear on what was going on with her, but she did say like she wants to move out of her apartment, like she's thinking about moving just abruptly out of her apartment. Something was going on. So people basically, the way she titled the video sounded like, or implied like, she was asking for assistance, okay? And people were in her chat room and they basically were like, well, Jazmin, what's going on? Like, it sounds like you want our help or you're needing help, but some people were reluctant. Some people in the chat room were reluctant because they're wanting to know what they're funding, right? Like, you want my help, but what do you need this help for, okay? So that live was about an hour long. She never really was clear on what the help that she needed, and I end up, phasing off the live. So I'm gonna say this: we know from watching Jazmin that she is struggling, right? She's struggling with being a single mom, and we know that she's often mentioned some financial struggles, okay? But here's the thing. What I want to say is a closed mouth don't get fed, okay? Closed mouth don't get fed. And if you are somebody who is in need of help and asking for help, you have to be very clear and precise on what you need. Y'all ever notice when they say when you pray to God and you asking God for help, they tell you to be precise on what you want from God? Because you can't just say, God, send me a man, because that's what he gonna do. He gonna send you a man. You didn't say what type of man you want. You just said a man, so he send you a man. I don't know if it's gonna be a good man or a bad man. You said a man, and that's what he did, okay? So when you go to like GoFundMe, right? And those people obviously are people who are in need and are asking for help. They give you a description of their situation, what led them to the point to have to go to a GoFundMe to ask for help, right? Well, that's the same with Jazmin. If you're gonna ask somebody for help, baby, you gotta tell them what you need help for. People just not gonna donate to the cause, okay? They need to know what the cause is, okay? And I think Jazmin was very reserved because she didn't want people to put a false perception out there about her. So she was kind of reserved on how she was trying to address her audience. But basically what ended up happening is, what she set out to accomplish, didn't get accomplished, because you didn't get anything done because you didn't tell anybody what you needed. Okay? It probably is some people, like, let me tell y'all something. There are some people that are supportive out here, and I'm sure Jazmin has some really diehard supporters, and they probably would want to support, but that's anybody, y'all. When you giving your money out, you need to know where it's going to, and what it's being used for, okay? Period. When my children ask me for money, I'm like, what you need it for? Because if you start talking some fool, even if it's a lie, what you using it? What you need it for? Because I need to know if it's valid enough for me to give you my funds. So, I would say this. I know Jazmin, she says a lot that she doesn't vlog a lot because, what she's going through right now, I think her depression, I'm going to say that, her depression is preventing her from vlogging. Well, here's the thing. That hurts you because YouTube is your money right now. And when you don't produce content, that check ain't going to be right that following month. So just like when you take days off from your real 9-to-5 job, and if you don't have PTO or some type of help to help you cover those lost hours, then you have a short check. And now your bills are being compromised because your check is not what it needs to be based off how much you get paid versus the hours that you work. If you work a 40, most people have their bills based around the rate of pay and the hours that they work. And that's most people build their budget around that. Now, we do know some people live out of their budget, but that's them people, okay? But most people try to live within their budget. And this is what bothers me about Jazmin. I know a lot of people say it's more easier said than done to tell somebody, well, go get a job. Well, my thing is this. Where there's a will, there's a way. And when you don't have the way, you must find the will. If you don't find the will to do something, it's not going to get done. Because even if you ask somebody to help you right now, that's temporary. That's not permanent. You're not going to get donations every time you go on live or every time you ask, because again, when you ask somebody for help, it's not guaranteed that people are going to help, and then you don't know how much assistance they're going to help you with. But when you have a job that you go to and you apply for a job, you go interview for that job, and most people only apply for the jobs that tells them the rate of pay, and they figure, okay, I can work for this amount of money based off the bills and the children or the responsibilities that I have. At this point, if Jazmin is not going to produce enough content to get the type of check that she needs to take care of her family, because as we know, the internet is hard. It's hard trying to produce content, because when you put yourself out here, no matter what you're doing, you're being judged, okay? And if she's limited to the type of information she can put out here because she has received so much judgment, one thing about a job, you don't have to worry about that. Now, I'm not saying that Jazmin needs to quit YouTube. Don't get it misconstrued, because I didn't say that. But what I'm saying is she obviously needs to do something to supplement that YouTube income. Okay? Because as being a single mom, knowing that you don't have any other help but yourself, then all you can do is rely on yourself. And I would encourage her. She also stated, you guys, that I'm gonna say that this apartment is too expensive for her. Okay? She did say that living in Austin is costly. It's expensive to live in Austin. I do know Austin is the state capital, and it's like the new computer mecca. It's a lot of stuff that goes on in Austin, and it's a college town, and we do know most cities, when they are a college town, they tend to be more expensive to live in because it's catering to college students. And historically, college students supposed to have money, which we all know a college student is broke, but we do know college students get funding, grants, loans, scholarships to help them go to school. So Austin might not be the city for you. I do know she said she did mention that she has thought about leaving Austin, but she's reserved because of her mom. But let me say this to you, Jazmin. I understand you wanting to be close to your mother, but at the end of the day, baby, you are the head of your household. Your mother is not. Okay? And if your mama's not helping you with them bills and them kids, you got to do what's best for Jazmin and them children. And if that means that you need to relocate to a city that's more cost efficient for you or cost effective for you, then that's what you need to do to make your situation more tolerable for yourself. You know, you guys, it's a bad persona out here on single moms. I stumbled across a man today. I think his name is Minister Jap. And y'all, he did a podcast reaction video on Jazmin's video that she did about a month ago. On a video she did about a month ago when she was having that first mommy meltdown that she had, right? And obviously, from listening to this man, he's not fond of single mothers. He's telling men to don't fool with these single mamas. Okay? And what I want to say to that Minister Jap person, like, okay, that's your thought and your opinion, and you are most definitely entitled to it. But every single mother is not a train wreck. You have a lot of women, like at the end of the day, you don't choose to be a single mama. Circumstance that makes that happen. It could be the relationship doesn't work out. It could be your mate is deceased. It could be the relationship, like I said, the relationship just didn't work out. It could be a numerous amount of reasons, but nobody wakes up in the morning and says, I'm gonna be a single mom. Nobody wakes up asking for that. But at the end of the day, you knowing your circumstances and that you are a single mom, you don't let that affect your daily life. Because I'm going to tell you something, when you're depressed, that trickles on down to those children. So we got a lot of women out here that's standing up and being strong and handling that single mama situation the best way they know how. Y'all, there's a lot of single women out here that are teachers, doctors, lawyers. Being a single mama doesn't mean that you hood, ghetto, and ratchet and you just ain't no good. Single mama just what it is. You just so happen to have children and you don't have a husband or a mate to compliment you and you are by yourself. That's what single mama mean. So now, since Jazmin has put her personal business out here, it is now being used against her. She said in that video, you guys, the video that she was, talking about she's not getting any help and the stresses she's having being a single mom. Now people are using that as a weapon against her, which is totally unfair, but we live in an unfair society, okay? We all know that. We all get that, okay? I don't believe that Jazmin doesn't know what to do. I believe Jazmin doesn't know how to do it. I believe it's not being executed. I believe that maybe Jazmin doesn't have maybe the right influences in her life. It's a shame how her situation, which again, her situation is comparable to a lot of people. A lot of people can relate to being a single mom with no help. And I get it. When you get in all this situation at once, you guys, it's hard to formulate a plan for yourself because you got several different people coming from several different angles. And a lot of people's intentions are very well good. Like they mean well by giving you this advice or trying to speak out. But it seems like Jazmin gets so much that she doesn't know how to comprehend all of it. That's my opinion, y'all. That's my opinion. I'm gonna tell you something about being a single mother, because I once was a single mother, and I didn't have a lot of easy days. I had more hard days than I did easy days. But because I came from a strong background, I came from a strong line of women that I watched growing up handling business, I just instinctively knew what to do to make it happen for me and my kids. You know, her being on social media and that being her job, being on YouTube, that's great. But what you got to have is you got to have several strands of income with anything you do. You can never rely on one. Okay, it's obvious right now she's not getting child support because unfortunately the father of these children is incarcerated. But even if he wasn't, y'all, we know as single women, yeah, we can't depend on nobody's money but our own. Okay, even that child support for a lot of us, that's a struggle too, because the ninja got to be willing and wanting to pay the child support. And even if you go through the state, the courts to enforce them to pay child support, well, he got to have a job in order to do that. And we do know, a lot of us do know, we have men out here to elude the fact of even getting a job just so they don't have to pay child support. Okay? So just because you getting child support don't mean that's an income that you can depend on, because that's an income somebody else is making. And you can never depend on somebody else's pockets. You only can ever depend on yours. So what I'm saying to Jazmin and any other women that's out here, baby, never make your situation a woe is me situation. Never do that. Because when you do that, you're not going to ever see the light at the end of the tunnel. You have to know, trust, and believe in yourself. And know that you are the strength of your foundation. Okay? You have to know, trust, and believe that. And I can speak that from experience. I've had many days where I wanted to throw in the towel. But when I turned my head and looked at my children, I knew there was nobody for them to depend on but me. And that could be a lot for some people. A lot of people can't take that pressure. But here's the thing, baby. Once them kids is here, yeah, they ain't going nowhere. They're not going anywhere. They're here to stay. So now it's your job to make sure they're taken care of. I'm going to be honest with you. I really wish Jazmin would consider maybe working outside of the home. I'm not saying give up YouTube, because she's done well. She's worked really hard to grow this channel. But obviously what she's doing right now, it's not working for her. Even having these two channels, there's some type of lapse. Okay? Maybe even like I said, not going full-time, but maybe going part-time. And the reason why I say, a lot of people say, well, why you keep saying she got to go to work? Why you keep saying that? Because, baby, that's what makes this world go round. We go to work, And even if she doesn't work outside the home, she can do other things where she can work inside the home. Find any, she does this hair, right? She does these sponsorships for this hair. Well, she does enough of them to where you would think, well, at this point, Jazmin, how about doing your own hairline? How about doing that? Like, that's a way that's a business that she can have, and she can run that business from the confines of her home. I mean, I'm just throwing some options out there. At the end of the day, baby, we always got options. For a lot of us, it depends on if we want to do those options or not. Some people ain't hungry enough for it. You got to be hungry out here, right? Because when you sitting around being real meek, yeah, nothing's going to happen. Like, you got to get up, get out, and get something. Or the world will literally pass you by. Okay? It will. Trust and believe. You guys, going back to this Minister Jap, or whatever the heck this man's name is, I understand there's a lot of men out here that beat up on women. Obviously, he's one of them. He's had some type of, y'all, something didn't happen somewhere where he's dealt with a single woman and now his whole little heart been scorned and he's on a rampage to tear down any woman that's not married. Okay? And I'm going to say this to you, single woman. If you have not found that mate, that man, or whatever the situation is, and you are being single, don't let people think being single is such a horrible thing. I mean, it's just your situation right now. Do trust and believe that all situations don't necessarily got to be permanent. They're temporary. They become permanent situations when you make them permanent of your own destiny. You may not think that, but that is true. Based off the decisions you make in your life gives you the outcome. Okay? So, you know, I would encourage anybody who has run across this channel and listened to this man to ignore that, y'all. Because as we know, there's a lot of people out here that has their thoughts and opinions, and some of those thoughts and opinions are going to be for you, and a lot of them are going to be against you. But you have to know who you are as a person and in life. You can't let other people define you. You know, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. I really wish Jazmin had people that she can confide in and that she could talk to instead of picking up her camera, talking to a bunch of strangers who, again, some of them are for her, but a lot of them are not. A lot of them are not for her. You guys, if you are in a situation and you are struggling, do understand that your struggle is not forever. It may seem like forever because struggle is hard and a lot of people can't deal with struggles. But y'all, struggling is a part of life. You struggle to birth a baby. You struggle to get up in the morning. You struggle to keep your job. You know, we all struggle. Struggle don't necessarily mean money. It can mean anything could be a struggle, you know. You struggle to make the right decisions. Again, you guys, I've said this before, y'all know I feel bad for Jazmin because I just feel like Jazmin doesn't have the right influences in her life. I personally feel that way because I feel like if she had the right influences, that people that's for her would stir her in the right direction. You know, when you call somebody your friend, I feel like a friend should be that, a friend. And a friend is there to listen to you, to advise you if they're able to advise you, or to assist you if they're able to assist. You know, that's what a friend is for. You know, but you have a lot of people that say they're your friend and necessarily are not. You may think they for you, but they totally against you. But at the end of the day, you have to understand what your purpose is in life. And Jazmin has to figure out what her purpose is. Her purpose is to take care of herself and to take care of those children. And if she doesn't take care of herself, she most definitely can take care of those children. You know, you guys, I know she talked about CPS being involved in her life. And I would think at this point, in knowing that you have these stressors going on in your life, maybe reach out to CPS and say, hey, I am in need of childcare assistance. I need help. I am trying to work a job. I'm whatever, going back to school, whatever her situation is. Involve CPS and say, I need help. I need assistance on keeping my children in the home because I don't want to have a mental breakdown. I believe if she says those words to a CPS worker, they will put everything in motion to help her. Because contrary to what people believe, the state is not trying to tear up families. They're trying to keep families together, but they want these families to stay together and be healthy in the process. They don't want to keep a train wreck going. You know, they want the train to ride just real smoothly down the track. I don't know, y'all. Jazmin's situation is a hard situation. It's hard to watch her. I just feel Jazmin doesn't have a lot of support. I truly feel, I understand she has her mom there. I don't know how supportive her mom is. I'm sure she's somewhat supportive, but maybe her mother can't give her the support that she needs. You know, maybe that could be a situation. When she did that video a couple weeks back, a month or so ago, however long ago that was, I feel like Jazmin was talking to a certain group of people. Like either it was her Phillips family or it was maybe somebody in her mom or her immediate family. But again, I feel like that conversation should have been held for the people that it was pertaining to. Because I remember her stopping the video saying she had to catch herself because she was about to put some people on blast. So that right there told me this video was intended for a certain persons. It wasn't intended for the world to see. And I think that's where she made her mistake. A conversation that was meant for 2 or 3 people, you allowed millions of people to view it, and it's her conversation is getting into the wrong people's hands. And people are not having good intentions with her, with the conversation she was trying to have. Yeah, oh my goodness. I don't understand. I hope she gets it together. You know, a lot of people say she on here begging and dry begging. You know, at the end of the day, y'all, she does have a platform, and if you are a supporter to her, you can support her by watching her videos. You can support her by super chatting. Like at the end of the day, YouTube allows creators to receive monetary assistance. They call it supporting. That's what super chatting is. Super chat is supporting that channel, the creator of that channel. That's what super chatting is. And I've seen 2 super chats of people super chatting her, but she should not be ashamed. If she needs the help and she genuinely needs the help, I really truly feel like the people who love and support her, like when she moved and the people that sent her things for her new apartment, those will probably be the same people that will again in turn help you. But like I said earlier, a closed mouth will never get fed. So if you don't open up your mouth and speak what you need or speak it into existence, yeah, it's not gonna ever happen. You can't get on your camera and start being like, and don't say anything, because people will be like, okay girl, well, call me when you ready to talk. Okay, I don't know, y'all, but I guess we'll stay tuned and see what else happens. All right, you guys, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Remember, y'all, sub what you love. Bye bye.